Welcome back, gang. It's Deltia from Deltiasgaming.com, and a feature that I've been craving for a very long time, the Armory System, finally hit public testing today, and we got to check it out. This is going to allow you to swap between builds without using an add-on, and does a lot more than any add-on currently does on PC. It will be a part of the base game and will be free with Update 32 that will be launching later this year. For many people like me, this is a massive quality of life improvement as I play many builds and spend a ton of time respecking, using gold, and just a lot of time to switch my builds. In fact, I use this system to set up 10 build loadouts on my main and cannot wait for it to go live in the future. So I'm going to walk you through what we know, what you need to know about this system, what it can and cannot do, so you can be prepared when this thing goes live later this year. Buckle up. The Armory System, one of the best things that come to Elder Scrolls Online in a long time. So the Armory System, what you need to know is step one, where do you get it? How do you use it? In order to get started with the Armory, you're gonna need to go in the Crown Store. You can purchase this for free via the Crown Store and then place the station in your home. Once you place the Armory, you can access it just to get a simple user interface. And I want to stress this to you. It is very, very simple and it's not complex. They did a great job with the user interface. So a couple things to know is you'll be able to save 2 out of 10 builds unlocked per character. Again, that's 2 free builds that you can save. You'll have to pay for more beyond 2, all the way up to 10, but everyone gets this, a part of the base game, free in the Crown Store, 2 builds that you can save. We currently don't know what the cost is going to be per additional build save. So the Armory Station is going to be at your house per account. The amounts of unlocks is going to be per character. So technically you could buy up to 10 on each character if you wanted to. But enough about that. Let's get to what this system is and what it allows you to do. And it's much more than the dressing room add-on on PC because it saves you just a ton of time. What it will allow you to save is skills. This includes morphs. So not only just the skills on your bar, but if you take a different one, remorph it, put it on your bar, it will save that. It's going to save all of the gear that you have equipped, including poisons if you use that on the weapons. It's going to save the attributes as well. And it's going to save champion points, the ones that you have slotted, along with infections like vampire or werewolf, and certain outfits. So again, skills, gear, attributes, champion points, infections, and certain outfits. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna load up these builds and you can swap seamlessly. That means you can swap all of your skills out, your gear, your attribute, champion points, and not pay a penny at the shrine. It will do this all for you with a click of a button after you get initially set up. The initial setup is actually quite easy and not time consuming, so let me walk you through how that is. But first, it does not save your Munda Stone, nor does it save food. So it's extremely simple to set up. Essentially what you do is get your build as you want it saved on the template. So you have all your gear, your skills, your attributes. So a magic DPS is what I went with. Magpar, magic DPS, all the skills wearing Mother Sorrow, Medusas, and a mythic. I got my attributes, my champion points, I'm not having an infection, I got a dope looking outfit on, and I'm ready to go. So I go up to the station, I hit save build. Then you can edit the name and a fancy little image if you want to represent your build. Now that's build 1. What's the next step? Well, you have to have build 2, right? And save another. So it's the exact same process. Respec, change all the factors that you want, hit save and repeat. So what I did is I saved a magic DPS Templar first, and then I went to a Stam DPS Templar. So you can go to the shrine, or on the PTS you get basically infinite crowns. So what I did is I bought the crown respec. I respec attributes, I respec skills, or again you can go to the shrine. And then I even got a werewolf bite. So I swapped basic things, right? Like puncturing sweeps to biting jab to stand morph, purifying light to power of the light. I went from Mother Sorrows and Medusas to Reliquins and advancing Yokuden gear. I kept the same Munda Stone, the Shadow, and then I swapped just a few minor things in the champion points. Took me about 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get assembled as a Stam DPS or a mag, and I was ready to go. Then I just walked up to the Armory Station and you guessed it, hit save build number 2 with a fancy little axe on it and named it Stamina DPS, and it's that simple. Now you can swap back and forth by just clicking equip this build. There was no gold transaction, nothing, boom, it just seamlessly did it. Couple key things to note here is you're going to have your gear on your character, meaning you can't go in the bank and expect the thing to pull it out of the bank for you. You're going to have it on your person, which will be a limiting factor to how many builds you're going to actually use. Then you'll actually have a new icon in your inventory that will indicate if the gear is a part of this Armory template, so that way you don't bank it on accident. Simple stuff here so far, and this begs the question of, okay, I can do it in my home, can I do this anywhere else? Well, they sell a merchant with this system. It's a really goofy orc name, I can't pronounce it. The downside of the merchant is you can't use it everywhere like a banker. I can't use it in trials or VMA and some other instances, so it has somewhat limitations on it, but it could be useful if you plan on using the system in Overland and some other things and don't want to go back to your house that much. I mean, this system is just incredible. It's a counter to me having to play 4 different Templars loaded out like I currently do on the live server. I have legitimately 4 Templars, one for PvP and PvE healing, one Templar for magic DPS, one Templar for stamina DPS, one Templar for just PvP. I can roll it all into one, which begs the question going forward, what's the best all-around race if you were going to play 10 different loadouts? Well, that sounds like a good video. Another question I've been getting asked by folks on PC, will you still use the dressing room add-on or something like Alpha Gear, which lets you seamlessly switch some things with a click of a button? Well, yes, because again, you can't use this inside Trials or VMA, where dressing room you can. The Dressing Room PC add-on allows you to click one keybind and swap skills and gear. No, not morphs or attributes, but at least you can swap skills and gear. So commonly what folks use this for during in-between combat is DPS, like going to trash setup versus a boss setup, and so on. For the vast majority of us, including a lot of folks on consoles, this is the one game-changing feature I absolutely adore. This is it. It's free. Base game allows me to spend less time wasting gold and time respecting and more time playing BGs and sweaty hard mode dungeons. I'm fanboying a little bit here, but as a content creator, I spent hours preparing characters, leveling 18 characters, just to make sure I have an optimal one for stamina, one for healing, magic, and so on. Now I can pick a well-rounded race, load up on gear sets, and click go. I hope you got something out of this video. I'll have a lot more to come, and consider stopping by twitch.tv/Deltiasgaming to watch me play the Deadlands and Update 32 live. Special thanks to my Patreons for sponsoring this video, and if you'd like to be featured in future end credits, link in the description below. Much more on Update 32 and Deadlands to come. Thanks for watching.